Hey, it's Kat. So this is day 13. I have a little more than a week left of my water fast, and it's exciting. I'm excited. So in a way, I was talking to Lauren about this last night. In a way, I'm a little bit disappointed, still waiting for major things to come up. He said the majority of clients just feel weak and tired, which is what I've been feeling, most of the time. Although right now I feel great. Actually, I'm sitting outside enjoying nature. You can see I've got these gorgeous mountains in the background and jungle all around me. So this is the property line next to us. Is it's a citrus farm, but they have lots of banana plants and all kinds of other stuff too. And I've been looking at this little lizard. I know you can't see him on the video, but there's like this pile of old stumps or whatever over there that he's sitting on. I've been watching him for a while. And here are the rooms. Now you can see my water bottle. This is our screened-in porch right here. You can see it. So again, I'll do a full tour of the property later. When I'm probably my refeeding week, I'll walk around and do another tour. I tried it on day 3 and it didn't upload, so I'll try to do that again. So, huge bird just flew by. It's just so cool. There's just so much to see here. It's so pretty. And of course you can hear the birds in the background. There's always birds. There's so many butterflies here, lizards, and we hear the howler monkeys all the time, and the geckos. I'm still trying to catch a gecko and get a picture of it. Not catch one, but get a picture of one. They're so cute. So, and hopefully I can get a few pictures of some birds while I'm here. Anyway, so it's day 13, and I feel good right now. I got some rest earlier. On the computer for like an hour. I'm still contemplating whether I'm going to keep uploading these while I'm here. I just have a week left, and I really want to take advantage of this time to rest, and so I addressed the fear aspect that everybody has about me, and as you can see, I'm fine. So I'm doing well. I think I was about to say I was like kind of a little disappointed that I hadn't had any major symptoms. As I mentioned before, in one of my other videos, when I had done like my first juice fast I ever did, that I could taste and smell and everything chemo on day 4, and I haven't had anything like that. I haven't had any experiences with any tasting any of that or smelling any of that or anything. So I was thinking that since this is such a deep cleanse that I would experience a lot more of that. But I still have a week left, so we'll see what happens. And that could possibly still happen. But a lot of people just experience different things, so their bodies are doing different things, and maybe mine is working on other stuff. Obviously it is. So, I've mentioned I still have a lot of growling in my stomach, like I'm hungry, but he said that's not hunger. So, I had an ulcer when I was in college, so, maybe my body is, maybe that did some damage to my stomach, and it's still trying to heal that. There could be lots of other things in my body that are trying to heal, So, anyway, who knows? But so my vitals were good today. My spread went down a couple of points, but it's still okay. So I'm still okay with water. Still drinking my water today. So still trying to get that in. Yeah, that's really, Lauren just did a Q&A session today, and just answered, some questions about different things. We talked about oxidation in the body versus the oxygen that we need in the body. Our bodies need oxygen, but we don't want oxidation of the cells, so we don't want oxidized food, like you talked about before. So, and the difference there, he talked a little bit about that, how our bodies actually, change oxygen into, or don't change it, but it can, does something to it where where our bodies can use it instead of just exposing the body to oxygen, which is, one of the most damaging things we can do. He talked a little bit about, open heart surgery and how they just spread open your chest and your half of your body is exposed to oxygen, which is really damaging and, can cause all kinds of problems in the body. Let's see, talked about a few other things, eating locally and seasonally, which if you live in a tropical environment, you can do. If you live somewhere like I do in Oklahoma, it's hard to eat tropical fruit locally because it doesn't grow there. So, but, eating seasonally when I can, like, peaches and watermelons and cantaloupes and grapes and all the stuff that grows in Oklahoma is great when it's in season. So, you're doing that. You talked a little bit more yesterday about, smoothies and juices and that kind of stuff. And just, you talked about the law of efficiency, where it's kind of like when you start wearing glasses and then your eyes don't have to work as hard, so they become dependent on those glasses, and then your eyesight gets worse. If you use a crutch, then, for too long, after you've already healed, and your body becomes dependent on that, and anything can become a crutch. So, getting too much of something may cause your body to become dependent on that and not be able to utilize, smaller amounts of that properly. It's just like, oh, you're giving me tons of magnesium. Well, I don't have to, utilize the little bit that I have in my body. So, you talked a lot about that. He's given lots of examples of people who have healed from all kinds of things. I'll go into one because I'm running out of time. One that was really amazing. There was a woman that fasted with him. I'm not sure how long she fasted, but she was probably in her 60s or something. She was older and older, depending on how old you are. If you're 80, she was younger. Anyway, it's all relative. Where she had like scarlet fever when she was a really young child, I want to say like 5 or something. So her whole life, she had really hard time getting enough air in her lungs. She was very shallow breathing. She couldn't utilize her full lung capacity, and so she couldn't hike or do any of those things that active things with her husband who wanted to. And she fasted here, and I can't remember on what day it was, but she woke up and was like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. And then she realized she was breathing into her entire lungs. So she was utilizing her full lung capacity, and then later on she was able to do all those active things. So it's just one example, and I'm running out of time, so I wanted to talk more about that, but I was talking about other stuff. So I'll get into more of those examples later because I really want to share those with you. So anyway, I'm doing well. I love you guys. I miss you, and I will see you soon. Bye.